Good morning and welcome to the Delco Show. This is Tori Fiore, Executive Director of Delaware County's Brandywine Conference and Visitors Bureau. We are the tourism agency for Delaware County, promoting tourism throughout the county as well as the region. And the Delco Show is right here on Radio Philly, and it's brought to you by our wonderful sponsor, the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce. Speaking of wonderful sponsors, there's a couple of other sponsors I'd like to thank. Headroom.net. Headroom.net is a wonderful location, luxurious offices at very economical prices right in the heart of downtown Media, located on State Street at the intersection of State and Veterans Square. Check them out. They have great rates for various size rooms, state-of-the-art technology, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. So check out headroom.net and our wonderful friends who provide lunch, Primo Hoagies. I see our guest is smiling about Primo Hoagies. She must see them off on too. We always thank Primo. They bring out 3 hoagies, which we never know what they are, but they're always delightful. And our beautiful receptionist out front here at Headroom, Katie, always gets one. So it's always a surprise for the 3 of us. Every day is Christmas on the Delco Show when you're dealing with Primos. And on that note, you can check us out, audio, go and video, on the delcoshow.com, which is a little something we're trying out, some YouTube stuff and everything. So check that out also, the delcoshow.com. That's produced, directed, and put on the air by our super technology person from the Tech Guys, Painless Technology, Stephen E. Kessler II. Hello, Stephen. How are you this morning?
Very well.
You're looking chipper as usual. Looks like you're ready for a nap already. Anyway, moving right along here. It's something I love always talking about because my wife is a closet horticulturist. Oh, yeah. And my last name, Fiore, whether you know it or not, Laura, is Italian for flower.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to have a good time. Yes.
Very appropriate.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the Delco Show Laura McPhail, who's the communications coordinator, which is more than you think when you hear the word communications coordinator, at Tyler Arboretum. Tyler Arboretum, located at 515 Painter Road, and that would be Middletown, actually, right, Laura?
That's right.
Even though it's a media post, mail address.
Yeah.
You can give them a call at, I'm going to go with the 610-566-9134 number. Yes, she's shaking her head.
That's right.
Or check them out on their website, tylerarboretum.org. I'll spell Arboretum later, folks. So, Laura, welcome to the Delco Show.
Thanks for having me up here. I appreciate it.
No, I'm looking forward to this. As I said, my wife's a closet horticulturist, a retired home economics teacher that can't cook. So she had to do something with her time because I do all the cooking at home.
How do you be a closet horticulturist, though? Don't you have to be out in the open to?
We live on a cul-de-sac at the end.
Okay.
And she's already covered the place. It's like a fortress of trees, bushes, plants, etc. So it's almost like having a floral moat, if you will.
Sounds lovely, actually.
Oh, it is. No. It's gorgeous. I mean, when we talk about having a shaded property, shaded is an understatement, okay? I freeze my ass off in that house. All right?
Got a full canopy cover, huh?
We haven't used air conditioning.
Oh, wow.
In the 30 years we've lived there.
That's amazing.
We use it one day a year to make sure it works.
You see how important trees are?
Hey, see how important my wife is.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. We won't discard her.
But it's beautiful. And it's kind of like what Tyler is.
That's right.
She has natural gardens.
We do too. We have lots of natural spaces. We actually have 650 acres.
Oh, ours isn't as big.
Yeah, people get kind of the wrong impression when they first drive up because we do have a deer exclosure fence around the core 100 acres of our property. But we actually have 650 acres, which includes 17 miles of hiking trails.
Oh, you want to say you have garden trails?
Oh, yeah, we absolutely do, yeah. We have heritage collections of flowers and different plants. We have plants that date back from the 1830s.
Wow.
Right. We have a really rich history, and we have historic buildings that we open up for tours. And we have a great time. We have a lot of educational programming, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, you talk about plants dating back to the 1830s and everything. I have to give this is all the credit to my wife. Being Italian, the only thing I'm good for around the gardens is building stone walls and digging holes. Okay, that's what I'm known for. Okay, well, and my meatballs, but that's another story. Anyway, we actually have a Franklinia.
Oh, nice.
Which, if people don't know, was brought back from Georgia. We'll get to that in a second, young lady, about where you're from, by John Bartram.
That's true.
And who named it after Ben Franklin.
Yep, you are absolutely right.
Yeah, so we pride ourselves in that, and it sits on the front of the property. But she has over, so probably if you did this and you tried to prorate it over the 650 acres that you have, she has in her inventory, you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
On about an acre of ground. Now we back in, as I said, it's a cul-de-sac, so we back into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
We have a stream and a pond.
Right.
We don't own that pond. The neighbor does, and he wants too much money. We want to buy it. But over 900 different plants, trees, bushes, flowers, ground cover.
That's amazing.
On the property.
That is amazing.
It's almost, I've counted it, can look at it as 6 to 8 different gardens, if you will.
Do you have to mow any grass? It doesn't sound like there's room for any.
No, I keep on building more for I so look at this. If we did this, I've got it down to the science now that I could buy a goat.
There you go. I don't think that your gardens would last very long with that.
But yeah, I mean it's beautiful, but it's gorgeous. It's beautiful, and we've just gone through a reconstruction on the house, total rebuild of the exterior of the property of the house. So now all those gardens that were around the house are being replanted because she would take those plants, stick them in the stream.
Oh, that's actually really smart.
To keep them alive and going and everything. Now she's bringing them back, putting them back in, but she's got it's a brand new garden because the other stuff that you couldn't really save, unfortunately, was the real mature stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what Tyler has, mature stuff.
We do. We have heritage and champion trees. Our property actually dates back to 1681.
Wow.
It was in the same family for 8 generations. And around the 1830s to 1860s or so, there were 2 bachelor brothers who had inherited it by that point. And they were really caught up in the naturalist movement. So they planted rows of stuff very close together in the rows.
Oh, yeah.
Just to see what would grow, because they were doing experiments, just to see what was going to grow and what wouldn't.
Sure.
And we actually have about 23 trees left from when they planted them there, and they're gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. It's I love it. It's absolutely, I've been over there. I've done your auction.
Oh, yeah?
As an auctioneer there for the live auction and everything. And I know you recently got over that, and I'm sure that was successful and everything. But
absolutely.
But the grounds are beautiful. The properties, the buildings themselves are absolutely fantastic looking, and you've got a great support group of volunteers and everything. I mean, it really is great.
Absolutely. We could not manage without the volunteers. They are an integral part of what we do at Tyler.
Yeah, and you had it's unfortunate. We'll get through this early. You had a gentleman, Rick Colbert, who was your executive director, and he was with you for about 23 years.
That's right.
That passed away, who was a great supporter of the Arboretum and a great champion and a leader of the Arboretum and everything. And I'm sure he'll be sorely missed. But you just recently, in the last couple of months, brought on a new executive director, Cricket Bryan.
That's right. We do miss Rick a lot, and it's been a bit of a transition, because he was just a really genuine, great guy and did everything that he needed to do for the Arboretum. Mm-hmm. But so she had some big shoes to fill where the staff wasn't concerned and most of the volunteers and members.
Sure.
But she's been doing an absolutely wonderful job, and we feel completely confident in her abilities to take us to the next level, just the way Rick would have done.
Yeah. Well, again, you look at credentials, look, again, She's close to work. She's from Swarthmore.
Yes.
That's always a big help. But she's a landscape architect by trade.
Right. Absolutely. She also has a certification in urban design.
Ah.
And she's got a master's in landscape architecture from UPenn. So she's got the credentials. She's done a lot of lecturing and teaching courses and such as that. So she's a very well-rounded individual with the project management stuff.
Was she involved with the Arboretum before this?
Yeah, she's been a member of the Arboretum for a while, and I think for several years now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So she was on the radar.
Yes, every member is very important to us, and her no less.
Yeah. So speaking of, we were talking about her living, cricket living in Swarthmore, the Franklinia coming by John Bartram via Georgia and everything. You would be what I would consider the total antithesis of a Delco girl.
Really?
Do you know what a Delco girl is, Laura?
No, please let me know.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
You were born, bred, raised, grew up, and still live in Delco. You live Delco, you think Delco, you die Delco. You can take the girl out of Delco, but you'll never be able to take the Delco out of the girl. That's a Delco girl. Do I need to explain it anymore, young lady?
No, I think I've got it. Yeah, you're right. I am about the exact opposite of that. But that's
originally,
that's not a bad thing to be a Delco girl, though.
Oh, no, not at all. No, I love Delco girls. Originally from Alabama.
Yeah, that's right. My dad was...
Whoa, I'm not done yet. Hold it.
Me.
Just, I got notes here. Pushy
Proceed.
Southern belles.
Proceed.
You thought I was going to say something bad when I began with a B, didn't you? Steven's like that. It's a very sick mind, Laura. I now live in Westchester.
That's right.
Okay. What brought you up here? We'll get back to why you were from Alabama.
Okay.
Because I can't figure that the hell out. But what brought you up here?
My dad
About 5 years ago, I guess.
Right. My dad was working for a company that moves him from market to market, and he happened to be working in King of Prussia. I came up here for a visit right as I was getting ready to, my enlistment with the Air Force was about to come to an end.
Oh.
And so I came up here for a visit the summer before it ended, and he was staying in this apartment complex right across the street from Immaculata University.
Sure.
And I was looking to get into a master's degree program, and I was like, hey, what's that over there? And he's like, let's go take a walk. And so I looked it up later on that night, and they had a brand new public relations master's degree program going on. And so I applied and got in, and we were roomies for a while.
That's actually a pretty damn good story.
Yeah. He's the most reliable roommate I've ever had.
That's either a good thing or a bad thing, Laura. Well, then where did you go to college for your undergraduate, if that was your master's?
I went to Mississippi State University.
You were still always down there, huh?
My parents met there, so it was kind of a you'll go here kind of situation. We'll take you and make you think you have the options, but this is where you're going to go. But I loved State.
So Air Force. My brother, 20 years, he retired from the Air Force. I was in the Army. We had what was referred to as an MOS. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have that in the Air Force. What was your MOS?
Yeah, it was an AFSC.
Okay, now English.
Yeah, I don't know. Air Force Career Field or something.
Well, what did you
that.
do? What did you,
Air traffic control.
Wow.
Right.
No kidding.
Yep, I was an air traffic controller. I was both radar and tower certified. And I was a watch supervisor for a crew of like 20 people, $15 million of equipment. Yeah.
Where were you stationed?
Oh, the garden spots. I went to Altus, Oklahoma for a really long time. I was in Columbus, Mississippi for a long time. And I went, of course, everybody goes to Lackland Air Force Base for their training. And then I was in Biloxi for our tech school. And I went to Iraq. So those are my garden spots.
Who'd have thought, Stephen E. Kester, that Tyler Arboretum had radar on their property? We're going to get to that when we come back for the second segment of the Delco Show, Laura. That is absolutely fascinating. I want to find out how you transitioned from that into, I'm figuring you would have been in an airport to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Delco Show on iRadio Philly. I'm Tori Fiore. We're speaking with Laura McPhail from Tyler Arboretum, tylerarboretum.org. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to the Delco Show. I'm Tori Fiore, and we are talking with a young lady with a bunch of surprises here, apparently, folks. Laura McPhail, Communications Coordinator at Tyler Arboretum. Tyler Arboretum, 515 Painter Road, Middletown, Pennsylvania. 610-566-9134. TylerArboretum.org. I said I was going to spell it Arboretum. Arboretum. That's kind of like, you're trying to spell approximately. How do you spell it exactly? And you get an R confused with an O, and you're going, son of a bitch, now I got to do this,
Yeah, you have no idea how much time I spend on the phone spelling that out to people that aren't familiar with it.
So it's tylerarboretum.org. Say it phonetically. It works,
That's
right?
Yep.
Okay. Diction. Speak clearly. So we learned that you're in the Air Force 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Radar
controller, yep.
But they don't have radar at Tyler Arboretum.
No, they don't.
Okay. So let's see if we can make this. But let me ask one more question first.
Okay.
When you got out, did you think you wanted to go to air traffic control or anything like that?
When I got out, I knew that I didn't want to go into air traffic control.
Okay, I get it.
Which is not the norm. I mean, most air traffic controllers, there's so much training that goes into it that and you really wind up loving it, and
you're paid well,
and you can make a lot of money doing it, so they like to stay in it. But I was always more interested in doing something that had a little more creativity to it, and I like working with people, and I had always known that communications was more my thing than air traffic was. Now, I enjoyed air traffic control, but in the training process, even as a trainee and then as a trainer, you have to be pretty mean. Pretty mean.
I don't see a mean bone in your body.
I try not to. So it was not something I wanted to carry on for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all really nice people, but you have to get people used to the stress of being talked to like that. So
hey, it's the service.
That's right.
I mean, wake up, folks. You're in. What's the old saying? You're in the Army now. Get used to it.
Yep.
It's called taking orders.
Right.
Yeah. I've been there. I've done that. Anyway, so you came up here. You went to Immaculata. You got your master's in public relations.
Yes.
Okay. Then what happened?
Then the grand job search started.
Oh.
I had done an internship.
Then you wish you stayed in the Air Force.
Yeah, sometimes. I had done an internship at the Man Center, and that had finished. And
great place.
It is. I knew that I really liked nonprofits, that it's a lot harder to work with the budgets, but I can really get behind the messages that I'm putting out there instead of...
Yeah.
I got to believe in it.
I just had this conversation with my staff the other day about we're doing a rebranding. I said, if you don't believe, it's not going to work. You got to believe in what you're doing.
You are absolutely right. And especially if you are the person who's putting the message out there all the time. You got to be behind it, or it's completely ineffectual.
Yeah.
And it's, against my ethics to do something like that. So
sure.
So anyway, I went into communications and specialized in public relations, and I looked on filiculture.org, and the job at Tyler Arboretum was posted there. Went and interviewed, and it's been a lovely couple of years since then. That's
just great. Let me give you. Let me and I try to every once in a while. I try to share some words of wisdom. I don't know why. I don't know if they're words of wisdom or not. Stephen E. Kessner II just shakes his head and goes, "Here we go, another Toryism." But my vice president of marketing, because we were having a discussion about rebranding, and she said to me, "Stephen, you're actually going to like this." She said to me, "Oh, so now you want me to put on the Tory glasses?" He said, "Luce, you hit it on the head. Let's everybody put the Tory glasses on and see what I see."
Right. You can't look at it from your own perspective. You
Yeah,
have to...
and maybe that's put on the Laura glasses. Everybody gets their own set of glasses. And then
they look fabulous.
Oh, yeah. And I looked at her, and she says, oh, my God, for this big rebranding grand opening, you're going to have Destination Delco glasses for everybody, aren't you? I said, you're damn right I am, because we're all going to put on the Tory glasses.
I can't imagine this failing at all.
All right, don't get cute with me.
All right. Too comfortable.
You tell them to put the Laura glasses on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking with Laura McPhail, Communications Coordinator at Tyler Arboretum, tylerarboretum.org. What's great is you guys are open 362 days a year.
That's right.
Because what people don't understand, and my wife understands this perfectly, this is why she doesn't go to the Philadelphia Flower Show anymore, is that gardens are spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Yep, we have something that blooms in every season.
So do we.
And
winter berries or whatever you're talking about.
Oh, right, witch hazels. Nature is a wonderful thing. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And we have a lot of natural spaces there. We're not a formal garden like a longwood or something like that.
No, I love it.
We have, trees and forests, and we have, the plant collections and such, but we're letting them thrive just naturally. And we'll maintain them, and we'll make them, look nice and make sure that they're healthy, but we're going to let nature take its course. And 362 days a year, just close Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Thanksgiving.
I think it's wonderful. And again, when you talk about natural, come on, you got tree houses.
We do have tree houses. We love our tree houses.
I mean, how long have you been with Tyler?
2 years.
Okay. I'm guessing 4 years ago or so, I'm guessing around then, they had this treehouse project where they brought in the community and businesses, Williamson Free Trade School.
Yeah, that was 2008.
Oh, wow, it was longer than that. It was 7 years ago.
Right.
Longwood Gardens, whatever. And people built tree houses. And some of them stayed.
Yeah, some of them were built so
we have a tree house. It's more of a tree fort. In our back gardens, my wife built it with my 2 grandsons.
Isn't that lovely?
From scratch. Doors, windows, the whole 9 yards. It's only about 100 square feet, but it's got a roof with the shingles on it and everything. And they built right smack in the middle of the damn woods on the property.
And they love it.
It's great.
They love it, don't they?
Well, my wife's using it as a tool shed sometimes, but yeah, for the most part, the wolves and the fox family hang out there in the winter. They need a place.
Yeah, why not?
But
getting kids outside and getting them using their imaginations and connecting to nature. I mean, that's the number one thing that we're about, is making connections and connecting people back to nature. And to start them young like that, we've got tree houses. Some of those tree houses that were in the treehouse exhibit in 2008 were built so well that they have lasted until now.
I've walked through them. They're wonderful.
Some of them didn't. Some of them, and we're actually redesigning 2 of them this season. So they'll get a facelift. It'll be a little bit different, and so you can come see some of your old favorites and get a new flair too.
Oh yeah, and the kids can get up in them and play and everything. I mean, it's really like you're in your own little a fantasy garden at home.
It is. We just opened our tulip tree house last year. That's our latest one, and it's really neat because there's a 3. I don't know how to explain this, but there are like 3 trunks of one tree growing up through the middle of this house, and they built it around it, and it has a little play kitchen in there that was built into it. So
my wife will never be in there.
And we have another one that has dress-up clothes and stuff.
She'd be in there. See, she's a great seamstress.
Yeah.
Well, home ec. Her degree was in textiles. She'd be in with the fashions. I'd be in the kitchen. Can I bring my own cutting knives and everything?
As long as you take them back with you, because we don't want any kids.
Right, child safety. I get it.
Right.
Yeah, but they're wonderful. They're neat. I mean, it's a great. And what else is great? The Butterfly Festival.
Yeah, we got the Butterfly Festival coming up on August 22nd. It's from 10 until 2 o'clock. And this is a really big draw for us. It's free with admission, so you're not paying any extra to attend the festival. And we have all kinds of arts and crafts and games, learning stations. It's sponsored by Redbud Native Plant Nursery.
Sure, heard of
So
them.
we're really happy to have them with us. But we're also going to have John the Bugman there. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I thought you were going to say John the Baptist, and I was going to go, where's he been? I'm losing my head.
No. John the Bugman. He's going to be out there with a bunch of creepy crawlies. We've had him out there before, and the kids love him.
Wow.
I kind of stay away from that one, but and then we're going to have Peter's apiary out there, so you can see in a very safe environment the way bees, because bees are pollinators just like butterflies. You can see how bees operate in their hive and how they. That's right. And of course, we tag.
Is that you blushing, Laura, or is that the reflection off the cup of water?
We'll go with the reflection.
I'm sorry, butterflies.
Butterflies. We also tag and release the monarch butterflies because at that time it's the end of the butterfly season and they start migrating to Mexico. So
Funny you should say, because I'm thinking butterflies, and I remember the monarchs. Mm-hmm. And there used to be the two that I remember. There was the yellow with the black outline, and then there was the more amber colored one, the darker one with a black outline.
Yeah, those, I don't want to embarrass myself. They sound like swallowtails, but I'm not sure.
What? I was a kid. What the hell did I know? We called them monarchs.
I know we've got them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean that's just great. You know, you got everything that's geared, but it's not only for the kids. The adults can have fun too, can't they?
Absolutely. We are a place that knows no kind of generational bounds. So if you are interested in something like a wine tasting, we have those during the summer too.
This is the second time now. I've got that down here, the 12th, because you have wine and garden party.
Well, I thought you were opening it up for me. But
Fine.
Giving me the segue.
Fine. All right, you're a veteran. Go.
All right. All right, so this is the Toast and Tunes wine tasting. It's going to be on July 30th, so that's coming up right around the corner. It's from
Get your tickets now. Busy.
Right, it's first come, first serve, but you have to register, and there is a fee for it, so it's $25 for members and $30 for non-members. But we have bluegrass music out there. We have a great selection of wine. We have food. It's wonderful.
Is the wine provided by any particular local winery, or is it just from all over the place, or it's...
You know, I would need to check with our event manager, but for this particular one, it's either going to be from Moore Brothers or from Sweetwater Farms.
Oh, okay. Grace Wineries.
Yes, they are.
They have some They have a nice, I guess it's called a dessert wine of some point. It's wonderful in the summer. Kind of like a sangria.
Ooh, that sounds good.
You put it. Oh yeah, you just take all sorts of fruit and throw it in there, and it flavors it up. And I mean, it's wonderful.
Oh, that does sound good.
Yeah, Grace Winery.
It's really nice. It's outside on our terrace. Now Sally's going to kill me if it's not, Moore Brothers or Grace Winery, but
that's okay.
But those are the ones
somebody will be there.
She normally goes to. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and you got the educational programs for kids. You know, it's almost like, what don't you have? You know.
We even have educational programs for adults. We have a couple of things coming up. On Saturday, July 25th, that's right around the corner, we're going to be having a hands-on succulents workshop where you can work with a horticulturist all about succulents. Got the family there for National S'mores Day on August 9th. And,
S'mores Day, adorable.
It's going to be a tasty one. And if that's not your thing, we even take groups to other places so that they can experience nature. And we have a 2-hour kayak tour of the water plants at Lake Nakamixon on August 9th.
Where the hell's Lake Nakamixon?
I'm not entirely sure.
You can't even spell Nakamixon,
but it's
can
within
you?
Driving distance because they're going to go and come back. So
okay, well, let's hope they come back. But again, you're funded by contributions by corporations that get involved in everything. So the chamber's a big help. The chamber members, which number 1,000 or whatever the case may be, they can help by coming out, looking at it, becoming a sponsor to the event.
Yeah, we couldn't exist without our sponsors. Yeah. We are a nonprofit. We go by our membership fees and our sponsorships and donations. And, we need sponsors for some of these events just to keep them free for the public and to make them really enjoyable events. And you can even become a corporate member. Right. Like your business could have its own membership. and it comes with a lot of perks, and we have corporate volunteer opportunities. So there's lots of ways for local businesses to get involved at Tyler Arboretum, and we welcome them. We are here in Delco. We like our neighbors. We want to be a resource for Delaware County and give back too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laura McPhail, Communications Coordinator, Tyler Arboretum, 515 Painter Road, Middletown, Pennsylvania, 610-566-9134, tylerarboretum.org. I'm Tori Fiore. This is iRadio Philly, The Delco Show. See you later.